Hey Greg, how are you?
Awesome.
You mind if I ask you 73 questions?
Let's do it.
What's keeping you busy these days?
Running PD for teachers, helping them get ready to teach in an online or a hybrid environment.
What are you bored of these days?
Heat waves.
What are some things you do differently now that you're home all the time?
We get to stay home. No more airports.
School's been calling for support a lot.
They have, and we're helping out schools K-12 across the country.
If there's one idea you could express to all schools, what would it be?
I think it's to strike a balance between synchronous and asynchronous with online learning and finding really meaningful opportunities to use technology to give kids a voice and let them be heard online.
You prefer to take a walk or go for a run?
Go for a run.
Are you going to watch TB12 play in Tampa Bay?
Oh yeah, we're watching Bucks games this year.
Thoughts on the NBA bubble?
I think they've done a really good job of making it feel like there's fans in the stadium.
So what are some things you do to support schools during this time?
We're helping schools with online classes, synchronous experiences, asynchronous classes, webinars.
A what?
Asynchronous.
What's that?
So it's a learning experience online where it doesn't have to be in real time. You can do it at your own pace, and then it's not dependent upon having the Wi-Fi working in that moment or your laptop up and running.
Oh, helpful. How many teachers would you say you've taught over the last 8 years?
Over the past years, probably north of 15,000.
Whoa. Cute dog. What's her name?
Oh, that's Tugboat.
Hey Dad, should I play Excite Bike or Punch Out?
Excite Bike.
If you were going to an island and could only bring 3 things, what would they be?
Start with my family, probably a nice pair of sunglasses, and maybe my phone to get some music.
So if I were a teacher right now and I'm overwhelmed with the idea of the start of this year from a technology perspective, what advice do you have?
I think the best thing you can do is start with existing materials and then kind of retrofit them to use online. So adding video, audio, some clear directions for your students to engage with that material.
And what kind of support can you offer teachers?
Yeah, so if you're getting started and you've never used any of these tools, we can get you up and running if you're at a really kind of early stage. And if you've been using technology for a while, we can help push forward a bit and help you create a really and kind of engaging and meaningful online experience.
Do you ever get feedback on your workshops and courses?
Yeah, I do get some feedback. Come on in here.
I have some right here.
Okay.
Hi Greg, I'm a coach who attended your session on screencasting using an iPad today. I wanted to write you a quick note of appreciation because I found the session incredibly valuable and I know all my colleagues feel the same way. You presented such helpful guidance and tips at an efficient but manageable pace, and you modeled such strong and engaging teaching. It's so hard in our current context to tap into the same excitement and creativity we normally feel at the start of the year. But I was feeling that today. We all left feeling inspired to create more engaging content for our students. I know that what you shared in this PD will have an enormous impact on teachers planning out our site this year and benefit students enormously. Thank you.
Donuts or breakfast sandwiches?
Breakfast sandwiches. I had one this morning.
What's the first place you'd like to travel after COVID?
Martha's Vineyard with my family.
The second?
Nantucket. We've never been and we're talking about going there for the first time.
What is a perfect weekend day?
Waking up, having a breakfast sandwich, maybe going for a run with the kids, all hitting the beach later in the afternoon and then watching a sunset.
If I want to learn from you, does it have to be during the school day?
Oh, not at all. We can do asynchronous experiences that you can work through at night. It might be during the school day with your team of teachers. There's all sorts of opportunities.
Are you still doing full day workshops for schools virtually?
Yeah, we are. Often full day workshops that are broken up into smaller chunks that really target specific ideas to help them for the coming year.
Ocean or pools?
Ocean.
Favorite book to read to your kids?
Anything by Mo Willems.
Mo Willems!
What's your favorite Christmas movie? Be honest.
The Holiday.
How do you like to unwind?
I think I like to relax by watching a sunset at the beach.
What's something you do every morning without fail?
Oh, I definitely make a lungo, which is like a little bit of a bigger version of a shot of espresso.
What article of clothing do you wear the most?
Probably my melon hat.
What's the best purchase you've ever made?
Oh, your engagement ring. That's easy.
Oh. What's your favorite thing to do with the kids?
Go for a run, play Legos, maybe play some video games. Fishing.
Do you think you'd be a Capulet or a Montague?
Definitely a Montague.
Instagram or Twitter?
Right now, I'm feeling Instagram a little bit more.
Finish this sentence. Education of the future looks like...
It doesn't have any physical boundaries.
What do you think is most important thing to convey to teachers right now?
That even though this is a really challenging time, there's a huge opportunity to create a really meaningful experience, but you can just get started where you're comfortable.
Can I do trainings or workshops with EdTech Teacher even if my school isn't hosting it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have courses that we run online that anyone can sign up for. We offer webinars. There's all sorts of ways to get connected.
Where are districts that you're helping as they adjust this fall?
Where are districts? They're all over the country. We've worked with schools from Boston all the way to California.
Favorite Paul Rudd movie?
I Love You, Man.
Favorite Ben Affleck movie?
The Town.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
Oh, the craziest thing I've ever done? Oh, geez. Maybe went on like a 2-day business trip to Hawaii.
What album can you listen to on repeat?
Midnight Marauders by A Tribe Called Quest.
Favorite shoe brand?
New Balance.
What's your favorite EdTech tool right now?
Oh, I think it's Record to Slides by Clay Codes. It lets you record front-facing video and add it right into Google Slides instantly. So you can welcome your students, explain, clarify. It's awesome.
What's your Zoom setup like?
So I have my MacBook at kind of a higher desk. I have a Yeti microphone right next to me. I have an external speaker so I can hear all my participants. And then I have my iPad next to me as well so I can preview any content that I might want to refer to during the session.
What's the last podcast you listened to?
Oh, Gary Vee's podcast.
When did you first dunk?
When I was 14.
Can you still dunk?
No.
What is one tip for teachers using Google Classroom?
It's to organize their class with topics, and I suggest even breaking them into weeks.
What motivates you to work hard?
Oh, my family and my kids.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be?
We're in Newburyport, and I would think Newburyport, but maybe San Francisco. I love that city as well.
What's your favorite family vacation?
When we all get to go to Martha's Vineyard together.
What's your favorite thing about your career?
That I get to impact so many teachers and even more students around the country.
What's your favorite book to read?
Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. It's the best book about education that's not about education.
What would you rather do? Wash dishes, mow the lawn, or vacuum the house?
Definitely mow the lawn.
What's your favorite kitchen appliance?
Our espresso machine. I think I make at least 2 or 3 a day.
How do I get started teaching asynchronously?
It's really not that bad. Like I mentioned, you can start with your existing content and a couple of things. Design it in a way that your kids can navigate it on their own, and then add a little bit of video so you can create connections with them.
What's your favorite family recipe?
Oh, homemade calzones.
When was the first time you taught online?
15 years ago, maybe even more, through virtual high school.
Whoa. Favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show? What did we say it was? Oh, Patriot Act with Hassan Minhaj.
Okay, if I'm a teacher who's interested in working with you, what's my first move?
So you can connect with me online, or you can head over to EdTech Teacher and connect with me there.
Best part about working from home instead of on the road?
I get to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner with everybody.
Tell me about your favorite teacher.
My favorite teacher of all time was my high school history teacher, Miss Chetto. She was so dedicated to her craft. She was an amazing teacher.
Okay. If a teacher starts the school year in October and realizes they'd like some support or training, can you still help?
Oh, absolutely. There's always opportunities to keep building and growing. And I would say don't start with a ton of technology and slowly roll it out. So just connect with us and we can keep kind of pushing your comfort level forward.
What was your first job?
I worked in a cigar shop in high school. Never smoked them, but I sold them.
What's your dream car?
My dream car is a Jeep Wrangler, but the long body one with the truck bed in the back.
Why do you think educators can learn from this pandemic experience about teaching in the future?
I think they can identify that there's so many opportunities to kind of expand their classroom, remove typical barriers like time and bell schedules and physical space.
What's your favorite thing about your job?
I just get to connect with lots of educators around the country, try to inspire, develop some comfort, and have them feel like they can execute this new challenge that's in front of them.
What is something teachers could use for remote learning that they might not have used before?
Oh, this is one of my favorite tools. It's called Synth, and it allows you to create either a class podcast or an asynchronous audio discussion.
Scooter or skateboard?
Skateboard.
What's the best way for teachers to connect with you?
So they can connect with me on social media, on Twitter or Instagram at Greg Kulowick, or you can head over to edtechteacher.org to learn more.
Any final thoughts?
So final thoughts. This is a really challenging time, obviously, for everyone. I think you have to start where you're comfortable, identify that there's a lot of opportunities, but don't feel like you have to design the experience for your kids in any particular way. I know educators care tremendously about your kids, and then I think we can help you leverage technology in really meaningful ways to create a super powerful experience for your students.
Awesome. Hey, thanks a lot.
Bye, 73 questions.
See ya.